Knock, knock. Open your eyes. Welcome in the land of the living. Still, it will soon change for you. But you're probably wondering, what the hell are you doing here? And where are you, right? You may recognize this place. This is your apartment, but with a little bit of a modification that I did myself. Recognize any of these people? You should. Let me describe them for you. They were young, ready to conquer the world, and innocent. Total opposite of you. You know, they share a common thing. They're dead because of you, which is obviously not a good thing to share. Yet, it's what connects them together. They were also a little bit of rich. That's why you killed them, right? To pay your debts. You thought stealing from them is not going to be enough. You need to kill them, right? And still, your debts are not paid. What a shame. They had such a wonderful life ahead of them. And you took it. And tonight, you are going to pay for this. I would take the gag out of your mouth, but there's nothing you can say that would make any of this different, that would make me stop, that would make you look better. You can't. That's why I'm not gonna bother. I just don't want to listen to you. I know what you'd say. Trust me, I've heard this before. Please don't. I'll give you everything I have, which is not a lot, to be honest. I have a family. You know, I'll give you this, I'll give you that. I have this, I have that. You know, in these moments, people are so afraid to lose things. And what are you afraid to lose if nothing in this world belongs to you? Ever heard about that? Well, too bad you won't have time to look into that. It's a good quote. Really makes you think, which is something you should have been doing a lot. You know, I really like this moment when my victim, the monster, opens their eyes and admires for a couple of brief moments. Admires what's going on, doesn't know, just looks. It makes me feel proud of what I achieved here. My kill room Listen, I found something. It wasn't hard to find. You practically left this out of display. This is the rope you were using to kill these people, right? I gotta say, it's pretty clean. You washed it, cleaned it. But it's really old and used. I bet if I took it to the lab, I'd find blood of different people. But I'm not gonna be bothered. I already know what I need to know. See, all those killings, all that stealing, and your debt is still not paid off. Isn't this sad? You know, you and I, we'd never meet if you would just steal from them. I have my code, you know. I only go after killers. If you leave them be, you would not be in this situation right now, but, you know, I understand you couldn't just leave them alive, right? See, you're just stupid. You were stealing from them. Without any mask whatsoever, they would recognize you. What a stupid, stupid idea. Or was it all just a part of your plan? You needed a reason to justify a murder. Pathetic. You're a monster. But then again, so am I. Only a different kind of monster. That's what I like to think. I still haven't decided if I'm going to use my kill tool. Look how clean it is. If I took this to the lab, I wouldn't find anything on it. Not like your rope. And the sounds it makes. You know, sometimes I like to use my trophies kill tool instead of my own. It's very poetic. I like to think that. So I haven't decided yet what I'm going to use on you. Shh. Just be quiet. Embrace this moment. It's not gonna last forever. You know, I was wondering. I was wondering whether I want to explain or not, get into details. Why not this, but why that, you know, but I really don't want to be bothered with you anymore. The fact that you took their lives really made me sad, which is weird because I usually don't feel any emotions, but something in my brain snapped when I connected the dots. Some chemical reaction that for a couple of brief, instant moments made me feel sadness. Thank you for that. I crave emotions, to know what it's like to feel them. Doesn't matter if it's sadness or happiness, just for a couple brief moments. You gave me that. I'm grateful. But it is what it is. I guess not everyone gets to experience life, right? Or some of us do, but actually waste it. I call your life wasted. But you gave me a good trophy. You can be proud of that. Now, as I was saying, you are very sloppy. It was so easy to find you, look and admire my killer room. Isn't it great? It's wonderful. It's time for us to say goodbye to each other. Soon the lights will go out forever for you. Just like they went out for them. And you will feel what they felt. And you'll know what they knew right before you killed them. I want you to feel the same fear and uncertainty as they felt. That's why I decided on your kill tool. On your rope. You have the last few seconds to think about whatever it is you want to think about. Because after that, poof, you'll be gone. And no one will find you. Not ever. You will disappear. Just like I will one day. But I will leave something different behind me. Something different than you. I will leave justice and fear. Sometimes I wish monsters like you would know that someone like me exists. It will be fun, but we don't always get what we want.